Hello everyone, let's get going and start off with the weekly market analysis video. So we're gonna jump to the DXY, and in the coming week I'm expecting DXY to make a consolidation and then drop one more time. As you can see, we are in a local downtrend here. We have a lot of lower lows forming, and the way things are looking, I'm expecting this whole swing to correct at some point, either towards the trend line and create a deeper pullback, or to fill this gap before potentially dropping if it gives us a reaction, or it could continue this strong momentum, make a small pullback and then drop to take out the lower low again. So I'm expecting next for DXY a correction and one more drop to break out the low, create a new lower low. But be careful, because like I was saying, we can have a deeper pullback at this point before continuing to drop. At the moment, this is only a correction. You can see that the trend is very strong towards the upside, so we need this pullback to form before one more leg up. So this could take some time. We can either get a bigger pullback, like I was saying, drop one more time and the pattern will become a bit more complex before pushing back up, or it could be something short and then we can resume the uptrend. So we have to wait and see, but I don't think the pullback is ready yet. We have to wait a bit more. As you can see, the MACD is very strong, so we need the momentum to die out a bit. So in this week I'm going to be focusing on this move, wait for a pullback and then one more drop. For Euro USD, I'm expecting the price to correct, make a consolidation, either a small one towards the previous correction zone, or if it will decide to make a deeper pullback, the trend line is the place to look for a bullish reaction. Other than that, like I was saying, I'm expecting the price to push back up again and take out the top. But first, let's wait for this correction to unfold. For Pound USD, similar to Euro USD, I'm expecting a pullback before one more push up. This could develop into a bigger consolidation. So either we'll get a small pullback and then one more push up, either the price will go a bit lower towards the previous bigger correction area where the previous higher low was formed inside this zone, collect all the liquidity before pushing back up. So Pound USD still has some room for upside, but first let's see if we get this consolidation. Dollar Yen, I'm expecting this one to break towards the upside. So if we see the price pushing up and then consolidating, then the next move will be towards a new top, a new higher high. Other than that, if the price will range here for a while without breaking out with a strong momentum, I'm expecting the price to drop. As you can see, we have a zone of relative equal lows, so this might be targeted at some point. So that's why it's very important to wait for the price to break out strongly, wait for the price action to give you a strong move towards the upside, followed by a small pullback before continuing towards a new top. For dollar CAD, I'm expecting this one to correct, small consolidation, and then take out the low. As you can see, we have a lot of liquidity sitting below. This is the top of the daily swing, so I'm expecting this flat move here to be a correction. And with that being said, this one could drop one more time. If you look at the price action, inside the zone was very messy. We had this liquidity sweep above and then the price started to drop. We are still inside this area, so no breakout yet. So this is not a safe trade to look at the moment, but from an analysis point of view, looking at the price action, you see we had this wave down mitigating the previous move up, followed by a small consolidation, drop again, continuation, and now the price action is looking like it's making something small here to take out the lows one more time. And to be honest, this pullback is much needed on the bigger time frames. As you can see, the trend is very strong towards the upside, so we need a deeper pullback to occur, which could push the price down quite a lot. So we have to wait and see. My bias is that the price will make here this small correction and then it will drop one more time, breaking these lows and continuing into a deeper pullback. For Pound Yen, I'm expecting the price to continue to push up, but first I want to see a consolidation, a correction towards the trend line. So very important to break the previous lower high area. We just tagged it, we slightly broke it. The good thing is that we have a candle close above, so the momentum is strong in this local uptrend here. So this is a good sign for buy setups, but first let's wait for a consolidation, and if that happens, then the price will continue to push back up, and eventually in the future it might break this top. But as a first target, I'm going to be looking at this area, so very important to wait here for a consolidation and then one more push up. Gold, we are very close to a new all-time high, so the price stopped and now I'm expecting a pullback and continuation. We can have two scenarios in play, either a small pullback, fill this fair value gap and order block before pushing back up, either the price will go back down to collect more liquidity towards the trend line, and if we get a bullish reaction from the trend line, then again this one will take out the previous all-time high and create a new one. So I'm expecting gold to go to the 2.8k level in the coming weeks, so let's see if we'll get any setups. Silver is starting to develop a local uptrend. As you can see, we have a succession of higher highs forming. The higher lows are still protected, so this means that this is a healthy uptrend developing. We have to wait now for a pullback towards the trend line or a bit lower to collect the liquidity from these levels. And if we get a bullish reaction from one of these areas, next target is this fair value gap. Next target is this imbalance zones. So like I was saying, I'm waiting for this pullback to finish, and if I see a bullish reaction, then most likely the price will push up and create a new local higher high. For oil, as you can see, the price is still consolidating. We are now at a very important area, so this means that every bullish reaction from this level is a buy setup if it's followed by a consolidation. So if we get this scenario in play, then okay, the price can push back up towards the $81 level per barrel. So I'm expecting this scenario, but very important to watch the price action, because if the price action is corrective here, this could continue towards the downside or it could develop into a messy structure. So I would recommend to wait for one of the previous lower highs to be taken out strongly with a very impulsive move followed by a pullback, which means that this will be the trigger for the next move up. NASDAQ, I was expecting last week the price to give a reaction from this level, and as you can see, the market rallied and took out this area. So the way things are looking, the price is consolidating at the moment. Let's wait and see if it will drop one more time towards this zone before pushing back up, or if it will start to resume the uptrend from the current levels. But personally, if you ask me, I'll wait for the price to drop and wait for my reaction from this area. For DAX, as you can see, the trend is very strong and it can continue to go up when we reach this trend line or this previous correction zone. But personally, I won't be interested because of the strength of the previous leg up. I would prefer to see a pullback, and this is the zone that I'm going to be waiting for a reaction, drop, pullback, and if we get a bullish reaction from this level, then potentially the price could head back up and take out the previous stop. Other than that, I won't be interested in the buy setups from this level, because normally the price will have to correct first to pull back a bit deeper for me to be a bit more confident in the uptrend. Because what can happen here is that if you get a small pullback, the price could create a new higher high and then drop down, taking out the previous correction, engaging into a deeper pullback, and potentially I'll end up with a break even or a loss. Okay, so that's why it's very important to wait in this kind of situation for the price to pull back before resuming your bigger trend, because this will protect you in the future, and you'll also get a better risk to reward if you wait a bit more and if you have patience for the trend to develop. Okay, so as you can see, we had small corrections, continuation, small corrections, continuation, another small correction, another higher high. So at some point this has to slow down a bit and engage into a deeper pullback before resuming, because on the bigger scale, on the bigger time frames, we will need a correction for the price to respect the current trend. Okay, and for Bitcoin, this one is a mess. We nearly reached our target of 110k as predicted last week. So at the moment the price is messy, so I would suggest you guys to wait for a breakout in one of these two areas. If this goes down, then that's okay, because this will be a pullback in the grand scheme of things for another push up. But if this will push back up, break out to the top, then next move is to wait for a consolidation before another leg up. Okay, so with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed my analysis. Don't forget to follow me on all my socials. I'm gonna be posting another video in the coming week. In the meantime, don't forget to trade with care. I wish all of you a happy trading week ahead, and we'll see you guys on the next one.